Hey guys, I want to do a quick video that's actually for the CPanel-Creator.com. It's very similar to the bulk subdomain creator.com we have. Alright, so for those of you who've used it, it's a similar kind of tool. It would fit in the same suite of tools. So we created CPanel-Creator.com, creator, and we put it there. And you can buy it from there. We haven't decided the price. We'll make this stuff available soon. It's still got all the bulk subdomain creator skin on it because, again, it's kind of the same thing. We built it, and now we got to update all the front end. But it works, and it's great. So in the case of the bulk subdomain creator, you were creating subdomains on websites, as you know, if you were trying to do something like this. Okay, Chicago-plumber, dot best plumbers, right, in town.com, something like that. Let me make this larger so you can see it. Okay. All right, and then you wanted to do more subdomains, all right, and so you wanted to go further, and you wanted this to be Atlanta. Whoops. Oh, I was thinking that one. Okay, Atlanta, and then you were thinking Denver, etc. Okay. Then the pain in the neck is creating these manually. It takes about 2 minutes each. Well, if you're trying to do it for like 100 cities in the US, it's 200 minutes. That's over 3 hours of work. Okay? By using the bulk subdomain creator, you just line up your list, paste it in, and walk away. And it'll tell you when it's done. It'll send you an email log with any errors if there are any. And it'll let you know it's done. Nice and simple. There are videos for the bulk subdomain creator anyway. You can go watch them. You'll get the point. It's really awesome. All right, so the cPanel Creator is pretty much the same concept. Let me just show you how it works real quick. If we go to log into the cPanel Creator, and that's what happens is you get an instance and you install it on your website, same as you would the bulk subdomain creator. It's a very simple interface. This is it for the dashboard. Jobs and admin. Admin is where you change your password, okay? That's it. That's where you change your password. That's all you do with the admin. So what's the jobs do? Okay, that's the same thing clicking this, all right, is clicking this, bulk cPanel jobs. Site admin, by the way, is just where you change your password. Okay, bulk cPanel jobs. What are you going to do? You're going to see any jobs you've done already, and then you'll add a new job. You might ask, why don't I have any jobs in here? Because I just installed this panel. There's several panels out there now. So if I add a new job, here's the concept. We are going to download the sample file, okay, that we're going to use, and we're going to update the sample file, okay, save it, and then we're going to upload it and put in where we want to be notified when it's finished, okay. So I downloaded the sample file so I can edit it and upload it, okay, and then where am I going to be notified? Now, let me open it so you can see it. Okay, that's how it works. This is the WHM domain. It's the dedicated server. Don't put anything in here except for the exact dedicated server. No HTTP : nothing. No colon WHM or any or whatever slash WHM or colon 2087 or anything else. Just put in the domain. All right. If it's on a subdomain, you got to put the subdomain in. Okay. So something dot yourwhmdomain.com, like server dot yourwhmdomain.com. Okay. Now, all WHM domains use the user root by default, so we're assuming that you're still sticking with that. And the root password, type in the password, whatever the password is for the WHM domain. Okay. Now, here's the part where we're going to add all those domain names that we just bought at GoDaddy. And if you go, you can go to GoDaddy and you can bulk buy domain names and you can enter a list of like 10 or 100 or 1,000 or whatever it is and hit one buy now button and go through the process to literally buy them all at the same time. So it can be one click to buy a lot of domain names, and then you can select them all, the ones you just got from your domain list. You can just go and select them all, and you can do a one-click forwarding the name servers to whatever the name, the name server should be whatever the WHM panel is. So in this case, it would be ns1.yourwhmdomain.com and ns2.yourwhmdomain.com, right? And if this is a different WHM, then there you go, ns1.differentwhm.net, ns2.differentwhm.net. Real simple, real basic. So wherever you pointed the name servers, it should go there. If you get a lot of cPanels and they all go on just one WHM domain, then that's what you're going to do. Of course, you're going to use the same WHM domain and the same password, okay, for all those domain names, whatever they are, okay, because that's the idea. Each entry, each row here is a line entry it's a command to execute, okay, to go from here to here to here to here to here, so to speak. Okay, now when you enter those domains, you can create whatever you want for cPanel usernames, and you can create whatever you want for passwords. Okay, it's up to you. If you want to make something simple but still make it different, just put a number on the end. Okay, that way you can drag the little square here down, and you can actually make it auto number them off so that the usernames are really different in every single case, so they feel different. They don't really match. And if you want to make the passwords different, you can do the exact same thing if you really want, and all those passwords can be different. Okay. Obviously, you have to fill all the information in. There can't be a hole in here. There'd have to be another, domain 1 and dot whatever it is in domain 2, domain 3. I'm just going to finish filling it out so it looks right. Okay. cPanel contact email. If there is something that needs to be explained to someone, hey, you forgot your password, right? Then where does the password get resent? It gets resent here. Or there's an update available. Who's going to find out about it? That's the contact email. There's always one for every new domain. And so if it's the same, it's the same. Okay. Now, here's the part where if you're going to use T to HA and you're going to set all this stuff up with T to HA, you may as well not even fill this in. Okay, because we're just going to do it on the T to HA job. Okay, but if you're just doing this because you're not using T to HA and you just want to go ahead and get all set up standard, go ahead and continue. So what's the rest of it? Pretty simple. Email prefix, that's whatever you want the prefix of the email address to be. Support at, that's the prefix, and then domain is here, whatever it is, like in my case, moji-crew.com. Okay, this is the prefix. Okay, and the @ symbol, and then whatever the domain is, right? And that's how it works. So support at moji-samples.com in this case. Admin at yet another domain.net. And this is how you would create the emails automatically that go with these new domains, right? Okay. Now, so whatever you want the email prefix to be, it's completely up to you whatever you want those to be. Okay, if your customer has an interest in certain prefixes, use them. Okay, now the email password here, that's for the email, right? Email password, email. So very often this is going to be the same as your cPanel password for sheer simplicity, just so that clients have one less password to remember. Okay, they can just remember that for this domain, they log in with the password and they can use that password to access their webmail, or see whatever their mail is. Okay, so you can literally create the email addresses with the passwords in the act of creating the domains. Okay, whoops, the domains. All right, now forward email prefix number 1. Well, okay, if we're assuming that we're going to forward those prefixes because maybe guys don't want to go set up all those accounts in Outlook yet until there's a reason, you can continue. So you can forward support at moji-simples.com. You can forward that prefix. It would actually be that email. You can forward it to whatever the real username would, or user's email address would be, like bob@msn.com. Okay. So if you have another website called yetanotherdomain.net and you created a prefix called admin at yetanotherdomain.net, then we can forward all email from admin at yetanotherdomain.net to whoever, Danny@gmail.com. That way, Danny doesn't have to figure out how to set up admin at yetanotherdomain.net in their Outlook or wherever it is, or get another access to another webmail. They can just have all their mail come here. If they start getting mail from there sometime soon and they feel like going and figuring this out later, they can do it, right? Because they'll have this information. You'll send it to them or whatever. Okay. Now, some websites actually have reasons for multiple email addresses. They have partners and guys doing different things. And so you can continue, and here's how this works. We really just created one email address with one prefix rather, with one email password, per website. We really just created one. We're assuming that's what we really need. But then additionals, if you actually wanted to use more email addresses on your website, like service at or tech at, moji-samples.com, then you can just enter them here. Forward service at to here. Forward tech at, moji-samples.com to here. Okay, so service at whatever it is to Ann Smith, who's the nice lady who deals with customer service, and then tech at moji-samples.com is the technical guy answering all the technical questions. That's Tim over here. Get the idea? And you can do 2 more, so you can do up to 5 forwards to 5 final email addresses. Yes, you can forward the same one to several guys. I could have support goes to this guy, and also support goes to that guy, and also support goes to that guy, and then service goes to that lady, and tech goes to that other guy. Yeah, you can do that. Okay? So there you go. By the way, short rule of thumb, you can just keep right on going with these, and it will keep creating them. So you can forward more emails to more final users. So if you literally had 100 email addresses and wanted to forward them all, you could do it. Okay, website by website by website by website. All right, there you go. That's the concept of the CPanel Creator. And the coolest thing is just by mapping the information out in here, we're going to be done. By the way, these are optional. Everything from G onwards is optional. Okay? All the stuff with creating the domain is not optional. It's required information in order to create the cPanel. That's A through F. But the stuff with the emails, that's optional. That's G onward. Okay? So I can close this once I have it finished. All right. Now the final point I want to make is what? All you have to do now that you have that done is go choose it, whatever it was, go upload it, enter your email address where you want to be notified when it's finished doing all the work, and hit save, and boom, it will create the bulk jobs actually. Okay, let me just go back because I don't actually want to create that. It's not done. And it will show that list of jobs. And so you can see in here, you can even click the item that shows you all of them that got created, and it gives you a report. And also in your email, it gave you a report. And so when it started and ended and all that stuff. Usually it just takes a minute or 2 each. So if you add 50, expect it to take about an hour and a half to do the work. But hey, it's doing it automatically. You don't have to babysit it. All you had to do was get the file ready and upload it. And so now it's doing the work while you do other things. That's what's awesome about the CPanel Creator, okay? So that's being made available to everyone. Again, we got to change the logos and stuff, but nonetheless, that's the most important thing is that this works and does the job just great. Again, warning about T to HA is if you're going to be creating those very email addresses later, then don't create them now because you can just create them later when you're doing the T to HA feed forms and uploading a bunch of websites or subdomains and creating email addresses. But if you're creating standard email addresses now, you can just go ahead and do it. And if you want to use it just to create a bunch of cPanels with email addresses or without, go ahead and do it. It's really up to you. All right. I hope you find this great. This is very cool. And the next videos we're going to do is going to be for the amazing list cleaner. And we've already been doing videos for the T to H toolbar. We've got more stuff for Moji. So just keep looking around our channel and see what's going on. All right. Thank you for watching.